Out on the frigid, churning waters of the San Francisco Bay, a jagged silhouette tears through the dense, rolling fog. This is Alcatraz, the infamous island prison known as The Rock. For 29 years, it was America's final destination for its most incorrigible criminals. A fortress designed not just to hold men, but to break their spirits. Within its cold, concrete heart, the walls whisper tales of despair. Here, in the suffocating confines of B Block, 3 men dared to dream of the impossible. Frank Morris, a career criminal with a genius-level IQ, and the resourceful brothers John and Clarence Anglin found themselves bound by a shared, desperate conviction. They would not die in this cage. They would be the first, and only, to conquer the unconquerable. Their audacious plan was born in the shadows, whispered between the bars after the final head count. It was a scheme of breathtaking ingenuity, relying on patience, stolen tools, and sheer, unwavering nerve. Night after night, as the guards' footsteps echoed down the long, empty corridors, a symphony of secret labor began. Spoons, painstakingly sharpened against the concrete floor, became chisels. With these crude implements, they began the agonizingly slow process of chipping away at the crumbling concrete around the ventilation grills at the back of their cells. Each scrape and grind was a gamble, a sound that could betray them at any moment. To conceal their progress and fool the guards during the day, they crafted dummy grills from cardboard. Their greatest deception, however, was yet to come. Using a homemade paste of soap and toilet paper, they sculpted eerily lifelike dummy heads, adorning them with real hair secretly gathered from the prison barbershop. These silent sentinels would be their stand-ins for the final, desperate act. On the night of June 11th, 1962, a furious storm descended upon the bay, its howling winds and crashing waves providing the perfect cover for their escape. The moment had arrived. With their hearts pounding against their ribs, they gently placed the papier-mâché heads onto their pillows, arranging the blankets to create the illusion of sleeping bodies. One by one, they slipped through the widened openings in their cells and into the dark, dusty utility corridor that ran behind the cell block, a space no prisoner was ever meant to see. From there, they began a perilous climb up a network of pipes, ascending 30 feet through the guts of the prison. They emerged onto the deserted, windswept roof, the city lights of San Francisco twinkling like distant, unattainable stars. After carefully descending a large exterior pipe, their feet finally touched the ground outside the prison walls, a feat no one had ever accomplished before. At the island's northern shore, they inflated their makeshift raft, stitched and glued together from more than 50 stolen raincoats. With a small, accordion-like concertina to help inflate it and paddles fashioned from scrap wood, they pushed off into the violent, black waters of the bay. The raft, carrying 3 men and their hopes of freedom, disappeared into the stormy darkness. The next morning, the illusion was shattered. A guard, unable to rouse Morris, reached through the bars and knocked the dummy head to the floor. The discovery sent shockwaves through the fortress. The sirens wailed, signaling the unthinkable. Alcatraz had been breached. An unprecedented manhunt was launched, one of the largest in FBI history. Coast Guard cutters sliced through the waves, helicopters swarmed the skies, and the bay was scoured for any sign of the fugitives. All they found were fragments: a paddle floating near Angel Island, a wallet containing names and photos, and shreds of raincoat material washed ashore. The men themselves were gone. Whether they reached the mainland and vanished into new lives, or were claimed by the bay's merciless currents, remains one of America's greatest unsolved mysteries, a ghostly question mark hanging forever over the dark, empty waters.